Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. About me, I am Sandeep Bhushan Thummala and my credentials are I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations and internal security and as well as analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And my session will definitely help you to crack prelims and mains examinations, because I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, which will be very important to identify the factual and also the analytical questions. So definitely we will be arriving at the factual and analytical question throughout my session by emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, which will be very useful for the prelims, as well as making sure that you get into the practice of imbibing the keywords and the key phrases, which will also be very useful for the answer writing, that is in regards to the mains examination, wherein your answers, by imbibing the keywords and the key phrases, your answers will be precise and concise, which is actually required for the UPSC, that is mains examination, and which is demanded by the UPSC from the civil servant aspirant. So definitely by imbibing the keywords and the key phrases in your answer writing, which is a main technique, wherein to be the precise and concise of your answers, and thereby you will score more marks in the mains examination. So definitely my session will help you to crack prelims and mains both for 2020 as well as 2021. And there is a notification in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, which is India's largest learning platform. And once you get subscribed to this, you will have unlimited live and recorded courses from the India's best educators. And the other privileges you get once you subscribe are the daily live classes, live test and quizzes, structured courses, and unlimited access to all the live and recorded courses. And these are the educators, which you can also see it on your screen. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English, the courses offered are economy, environment and ecology, and also the current affairs, along with the others which you can see it. And also, as well as you have the essay writing, internal security, social issues. And in regards to Let's Crack UPSC CSE English subscription, you have 12 months of subscription, wherein the original price is 44,000. You can subscribe using my code SBT10, Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, wherein once you subscribe using my code SBT, you will avail 10% discount on the original price, that is 44,000, and the discounted price would be 39,600. And you also have the 24-month subscription, which is original price is 64,000, and do use my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala, to avail 10% discount on the original price, which is 64,000, and the discounted price after using my code SBT10, you will avail 10%, and the discounted price would be 57,600. So do use my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala, for 12 months and get the subscription only for 39,000, and also using my code SBT10 for 24 months, get the subscription only for 57,600. And this session is in regards to the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And before I get into the analysis of the Hindu newspaper, that is today's session, I would re-emphasize and then again I would reiterate my tagline, that is keywords and key phrases, emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases throughout my lecture, throughout my analysis of the Hindu newspaper, which I would making you understand the importance of keywords and the key phrases, which will be certainly useful or helpful for the prelims as well as mains examinations. And before I get into the topic, I would say very good morning to everyone who is in the live and also in the live chat. Good morning to Vanilla, Ramchandran, Malvika Sajivan, Shravani, Anil Kumar. Very good morning. And today we'll get into the topic, that is you have today's news, that is days after clash, China frees 10 soldiers. So definitely we have seen on May 15th and 16th, the night on the May 15th and 16th, we have seen the deadly blow between Indian troops and the Chinese troops, and India has lost 20 Indians brave soldiers. And we have seen we have experienced that in the Galwan Valley, that is in the eastern Ladakh region, and that is across the LAC. And now there was again a diplomatic and a military engagement which was taking place, and because of that we have seen the 10 Indian army personnel along with the lieutenant colonel and 3 majors were actually been freezed, or they were released because of the agreement which has been taken at the major general level talks. So there were talks at the major general level talks which were, that is military engagement was certainly into process in regards to the major generals. And Dinagar R has joined, Shravan Jadhav has joined. Very good morning to you, both of you. Uh, Shravan, at last you are in the, what do you say, YouTube channel. Very good morning to both of you, Dinagar and then Shravan Jadhav. And we have seen that this is in regards to the military engagement, that was the agreement or the talks which were taking place at the major general level talks. And there was another development, that is in regards to the diplomatic engagement. So diplomatic engagement, we have seen that the both the Ministry of External Affairs from India and also the foreign ministers from China is definitely getting into the situation that they are definitely trying to resolve the situation which is very grim between the India and China at the LAC. And then Mr. Jaishankar has said that the Indian troops were outnumbered and attacked the Chinese side, and the one who was in the on the Chinese side were the one who have carried arms. Along with the, what do you say, external affairs minister also said that Indian troops were also having the arms along with that. And we have seen that because previously I have explained even in the YouTube sessions and also in the special classes and Unacademy place classes, that about, or else yesterday also I have explained about the four agreements. I've spoken about the 1993, 1996, and then 2005, and then 2012 13. So this is again, what you say, we are trying to get into the mode of looking at what is actually pertaining but to in regards to the agreement, that is 1996 and 2005. So definitely there is a long standing practice what both the countries are going ahead with in regards to maintaining the peace and tranquility of the border management or border maintenance. So definitely that is in regards to 1996 agreement and 2005 agreement, and that both of them are in regards to that nobody should use firearms during the face off, not to use the firearms. And so not to use the firearms is as per the 1996 and 2005 agreement between India and China. Please do take it into consideration from prelims point of view. Prelims. So I've also said it earlier also, the four agreement are very very important on the sidelines of the skirmishes or the face off between India and China, that is along the LAC. The four agreements are very very important. And this in regards to the no use of firearms is as per the 1996 and then 2005. And you have the article 6, you have article 6, and this is again very important for prelims point of view. Article 6 of 1996 agreement, which talks about the confidence building measures, that is especially in the military field. And this also we have discussed in the, what you say, various scenarios. So article 6 of the 1996 agreement, which talks about between India and China, that is confidence building measures in the military field along the LAC. And what does it says? The confidence building measures, that is along the military field, in the military field along the LAC, it says that neither side should open fire. So no one, no one, either India or China should open fire, should not open fire. And then the other one is cause degradation. They should not cause any kind of biodegradation. So these are all very very important for prelims as well as mains examinations. And the other one is you should not use any hazardous chemicals. And then you should also not use any conduct of blast operations. Blast operations should not be taken up, or in regards to the hunt with the guns. So usage of the guns or explosives within 2 kilometers of the LAC should not be used. So as per the article 6, this is very very important for prelims as well as you can put it in the mains of the agreement between India and China in regards to the confidence building measures between both the countries, that as per article 6, confidence building measures in regards to military field along the LAC, we should not either side, that is India or China, should not open fire, should not cause any kind of biodegradation, should not use the hazardous chemicals, should not conduct any blast operation, or should not use any, what you say, firearms or gun shootings, or any kind of, what you say, explosives along the LAC which is of 2 kilometers. So this is very very important on the sidelines of the face off which has happened in the Galwan Valley. You need to focus on, as per prelims UPSC, the 1996 agreement, that is confidence building measures. So this is the keyword. Please do understand, keyword between, keyword in regards to the UPSC, what you need to focus as a civil servant aspirant is the confidence building measures in military field between India and China along the LAC. So what it talks, the Article 6 talks. So please do take into consideration the Article 6 of the 1996 CBMs. And the provision shall not apply to routine firing activities. So you have something called as routine firing activities in small arms. So this will not hold any kind of, what you say, prohibition onto the entire, all this what we have spoken about, the Article 6. Are you getting the point? The prohibition shall not apply to routine firing. So there is a routine firing which take place, but this Article 6 doesn't apply for the small routine firing of the by the small arms firing ranges. So this is very, very important. Please do take it into consideration, the Article 6. And before I get into the topic or next slide, I would say very good morning to the others who have also joined. That is Rinku Singh, David Paul. Very good morning to both of you also. And there is another news which talks about India cost to win in Security Council. So definitely India was going ahead with campaigning, or it has come up with the campaign brochure also, that it wanted to definitely get into the non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. And definitely now India is almost, India has won the seat of non-permanent seat of UNSC. So this is very, very important that India has been part of the NSC. Okay, what is small arm farming? That is wherever you have the routine firing which is not kind of, what you say, skirmish. It is a routine firing wherein it would be based on the, what you say, trying to have some kind of military training there between, what you say, along the LAC, between in their territory itself, that is small arms firing ranges. So the firing ranges, you have the ranges, firing ranges, that is you are not firing at the enemy, that is the China, or China is not firing at India. You have the firing which is for the, what you say, practice, the training session which does take place in the small arms firing ranges. Please do understand, firing ranges, it is along the range which is acceptable, and it is a routine firing. I think Dinagar, you got it. It is not that you are trying to, what you say, harm HARM, harm the Chinese troops or the enemy troops. I think you got it, Dinagar. And India is getting it now. India is almost cleared, and it has secured 184 seats. This is very important. 184 seats of total 192 seats. That is two-third. It has overcome, and it has surpassed the two-third. That is, what is the two-third number which we need to get out of the 192 to get the non-permanent member seat of the United Security Council? That is 128. So this is very, very important. 128 is a two-third, but out of the 192 we have secured 184 seats. So this is very good, what you say, news for India, that even at the time of the LAC, what is happening between India and China, and then LOC, India and Pakistan, and then the Kalapali issue between India and Nepal, but still India did manage to secure more, above two-third. That is, two-third is only 128, but it has secured 184. So it is a very good sign in regards to the diplomatic relations maintaining with various countries, or that is the entire United Nations General Assembly members, UN members. And India said that it will promote multilateral solutions. So what it is saying is, it will definitely promote the multilateral solutions for the COVID-19 pandemic situation, So definitely it wanted to, being the part of the non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, once it has secured more than two-third, that is 184 of 192, it is definitely trying to focus or promote the multilateral solutions. And then it wanted to enhance global action against terrorism. So these are the two things which India is focusing on, that is COVID-19 and terrorism, and these are the things which is very, very important for the prelims as well as mains point of view. So what is that India is getting into the mode of promoting as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, that is the multilateral solutions in regards to COVID-19 pandemic, and then the other one is the global action against the terrorism, and then it will have a two-term, and it will have a 2 years term, and it will start beginning in the year 2021 January. And these are all very, very important for prelims in regards to the current affairs, international relations, current affairs, international relations. So definitely it is, we will start this, I mean, we'll have the 2-year term from January 2021, next year, January 2021. And then the objective of India, the objective of India during its tenure, that is norms. And this is very important, NORMS. So what is norms? New orientation for a reformed multilateral system. So India is very much focused on the multilateralism. India is very much focused on the multilateralism. So what is the thing what you need to look at is the objective. What is the objective of India being the non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council? Will be achievement of norms. Its objective is to achieve the norms. What are norms? New orientation. Look at it. India is definitely getting into the mode of what you say, a new kind of thing. Reforms. When you are talking about new orientation, it is nothing but reforms. It wanted to get into the mode of reforms for a reformed multilateral system, new orientation for a reformed multilateral system. And this is the 8th time in India. I think Jadav, you are asking me yesterday also what it is, when it was earlier. So this is the 8th time. This is the 8th time in India will occupy a non-permanent seat, and the last stint was in the year 2011-12. And these are all very, very important for prelims, because it might be on the basis of what you say UNSC, and then linking it with the non-permanent membership of India earlier. So all these could be, which among the following statements are incorrect. So all these objective norms, 8th time it is India, and then last time it was 2011-12. Last time it was 11-12, and definitely India is along with the, it wanted to go ahead with, as I said here, the multilateral solutions for the COVID-19, and also in regards to the global action against terrorism. Along with that, it wanted to go ahead with promoting the global peace, security, resilience, and equity. And all these keywords, please do take it into consideration for the mains point of view. While you are writing for the mains point of view, you have to mention what is the objective, what are that India wanted to promote. Promote what? The multilateral solutions for the COVID-19 pandemic situation, and also global action against the terrorism, and then global peace, security, resilience, and equity. All these are the one which India wanted to promote as a non-permanent member of the UNSC, when it will be having 2 years term starting from January 2021, and it is the 8th time India is being part of the non-permanent member of the UNSC seat, and the last time which it had is 2011-12, and the objective is norms. Norms is new orientation for reformed multilateral system, and the government has launched this UNSC seat from 2013. So definitely it is a homework which has been done by Indian bureaucrats, or Ministry of External Affairs, or External Affairs Ministry, along with the Prime Minister or PMO office also, that the work has been started right from 2017, and it was definitely eyeing on the 2021, that is January 21. It will start up to, what is it, 2 years, 2023 it will be. So definitely it was eyeing on 2021, that the non-permanent member seat of India, seat would be for India. Why? Because 2021 will be the 75th year of India's independence. So India being independent, it wanted to be the non-permanent member of UNSC. It is very, very important for prelims and also mains point of view, UNSC. And then if you look at United Nations Security Council, you have 5 members permanent and then 10 non-permanent members. Total it is 15 members. 15 divided by 5, I mean split into 5, and then 10. 5 are the permanent, and then these are the non-permanent members. So definitely if you're talking about the permanent or non-permanents, again from the non-permanent, that is which has a 2-year terms. So you have a different groupings. So you have total 5 groups in the entire world, that the non-permanent members will be allocated to each group. How many we will look at? So Africa 3, Asia 2, Latin America 2, and then Western Europe and others 2, and then Eastern Europe 1. So definitely this again, these groups, what we are talking about groups, is again very important for prelims point of view. Prelims, he might just ask a question in regards to only focusing on the number of seats allocated to various groups across the, what do you say, or else all the 193 countries of the United Nations. Please do understand this. The question could be asked in the prelims only focusing on the groups, probably he might not focus on India itself, India being the, or he will not ask anything, he may not ask anything about India being the non-permanent member of UNSC from January 2021, but there could be a focus UPSC might focus a question on the groups itself and the number of states or the countries it has, what do you say, allocation of non-permanent members allocation. So Africa 3, Asia 2, Latin America 2, Western Europe and others 2, and Eastern Europe 1. So definitely this is very, very important for the prelims point of view. And the permanent member, as you all know, I suppose, that is China, France, Russia, UK and USA are the P5 countries which they have this entire veto power. And then Shivi Bijalwan has joined. Very good morning to Shivi. And now we'll get into the another topic which talks about pandemic, not just a public health emergency. Pandemic, not just a public health emergency. So definitely there is a report or a paper which has been come up by India Journey Beyond COVID-19. So look at, please try to concentrate on all the, what you say, issues which are pertaining to COVID-19 pandemic situation. It could be in regards to various what you say, subheadings compare in regards to the COVID-19. So the aftermath of the COVID-19 and its effects on various sectors or various, what do you say, sectors. So definitely that you need to focus. And then a report or a paper has come up which has been published by the India Journey Beyond COVID-19. Please do understand, India Journey Beyond COVID-19, and that is COVID-19 pandemic situation. And it says that that is, this paper says, the paper which has been published by IJBC or India Journey Beyond COVID-19 Pandemic, it says that public health, COVID-19 is not just a public health emergency. It is not a public health emergency, but it is also an aggravated societal challenges such as unemployment and hunger. And also it has, when you have this unemployment and hunger, what will actually persist or what will actually come into existence is huge inequalities that have impacted the ability to handle the crisis. So definitely the paper is very clearly stating that it is not just we are talking about public health emergency, it is beyond the public health emergency. What is that? It will impact, it will have an aggravated societal challenges. So definitely what the paper says is, we are definitely in the midst of experiencing many challenges. What challenges they are? Societal challenges, aggravated in the sense an increased societal challenges. That means at a very high number we will face the challenges in regards to the society. That is what is very important, societal challenges. Dinagar, how to get the PDF of this? I think YouTube it's not possible as per the norms and conditions of the Unacademy learning platform. I think you will not get this. Only when you subscribe you will get the PDF, if I am not wrong. And this is actually in regards to the we will face, the country will face many challenges societal, and that societal changes will be at a very aggravated, very high, and that will create what? Unemployment and hunger. This is very important. Please look at it. These are all social changes. What do you say? Social changes. COVID-19 and its impact on the social changes, that is the society. So it will create, or it will, what do you say, pose a challenge in regard to unemployment and hunger. And this will create, because of the unemployment and the hunger, it will create huge inequalities, and this is again a stigma in the society. That is, huge inequalities it will create, that we will not be in a position to handle the, what you say, the ability. The question mark is that what is that we are having the ability and the credit to handle the crisis. And the paper also has what you say, has been brought up by the network called as ECHO network. This is again very important for prelims. And this, please do understand, aggravated social challenges, unemployment and hunger, huge inequalities, these are all very important keywords for you in regards to the prelims and also in regards to the mains point of view. Because here in this paper you will get all the, what you say, challenges and measures, and these challenges and the measures which are in the news which I am explaining, you can take those keywords and put it or make a short notes So compulsorily it will be 10% useful for you for prelims as well as mains examinations. Mains, I'm saying mains also. And this ECHO network which has brought up the India Journey Beyond COVID-19 paper is a, what do you say, social innovation partnership between, and it is a multidisciplinary organization. So the Eco Network is a multidisciplinary organization which is steered or headed by the principal scientific advisor. Please do understand the importance of this principal scientific advisor to government of India. Please do not take it light. This information, please do not take it light, because it is the India journey beyond COVID-19, which has come up saying that it is COVID-19 pandemic is not just public health emergency, but it is beyond the societal changes which will create unemployment, hunger, and huge inequalities in the what do you say, in the coming days. And this is by which has come up by the Eco Network. This has been brought by the Eco Network, and the Eco Network is what? It is a multidisciplinary organization. This is a key phrase, multidisciplinary organization, and this is headed by the principal scientific advisor. Please do take it into consideration, the key phrase. It is headed by, or it is what is a steered by the principal scientific advisor of government of India. So you can just, what do you say, blindly take it as a, what do you say, very very important for prelims as well as mains examination. And then it has listed out challenges. It has listed out challenges. What are the challenges? It is that susceptibility to infectious diseases. What is susceptibility? Vulnerability. Susceptibility is vulnerability. So the vulnerability of infectious diseases. So that is very very important. And not only the susceptibility to the vulnerable diseases, but it has also brought in the challenge, that is a link between, this is very very important, link between environment, health, preventive health, and disease burden. So it is the link between the environmental health, please, this is environment health, and then preventive health, and then the disease burden. And all this, if you look at, it is, what you say, what is needed to handle the environmental health. Please do understand what is needed to handle the environment health, to handle the preventive health, or to take care of the preventive health, and the disease burden, to take care of the disease burden, is the concept called as One Health approach. And this is again very very important key phrase. One Health approach is very very important for the, again, prelims point of view, and also you can put it in your mains examination. What is that approach the government has to take up? This is again a measure for the challenge. What is the challenge? The susceptibility to the infectious diseases, which is definitely bound to take place, because of the United Nations even program has come up with saying that the future will be more of virus diseases pandemic, and that is linked between the environmental health, preventive health, and disease burden. And all this can be handled. And what is need of the hour is that we need to come up with the One Health approach. And this One Health approach is what? It is in regards to handling the health of the humans and the handling the health of the wildlife. So this is very very important. It is taking care of the people, that is humans, wild health, and the environment. And this is the concept which is very very useful for the prelims as well as mains point of view. So taking care of the humans, taking care of the wild animals, and also the environment, that is One Health approach. Very very important concept. And this will also call for multi-sectorial intervention. So this One Health approach will call for, or will definitely get into the mode of handling the situation through multi-sectorial intervention from the decision makers who are involved in this multi-sectorial intervention. The decision makers are involved, the implementers are involved, and the academicians are involved. So multi-sectorial intervention will take place, or will be happening by the One Health approach through the decision makers, implementers, and academicians. And what is that the paper is calling, or it is what is insisting, is that widespread access to hygiene and sanitation. So definitely there should be an access to the hygiene and sanitation, and decentralized and accessible healthcare. So definitely the decentralized accessible healthcare is very very important at this junction. Why? To make sure the social protection for, especially for the urban poor, is the one which has been taken up by the paper. So what is important is this One Health approach is very very important for prelims point of view. And the Eco Network includes the National Center for Biological Sciences, plus Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and Environment, plus the Council on Energy, plus Council on Energy, Environment, and Water. plus the World Resource Institute India, among others. So the major one are the Eco Network, which constitutes, are again this could be part of prelims. Which among the following are the major along with the others, that is which is part of the Eco Network, which has published the paper India journey of the COVID-19 pandemic situation. So that is National Center for Biological Sciences, Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and Environment, and the third one is the Council on Energy, Environment and Water. Please do understand this is focusing on entire in regards to the ecology and environment. One health approach is in regards to ecology and environment, and fourth one is World Research Institute of India, and the Eco Network headquarters is located in Bengaluru, that is at the University of Agriculture Sciences GKVK campus. And what is important here is, please look into it, that is the interdisciplinary scientific leaders has to be there, and then solutions, we have to have various solutions driven by science. So definitely science is part of it, and science guided policies and practices. So all the, because I was saying here, that is in regards to the decision makers, implementers and academicians. So definitely this is what is important, is you need to have a science guided policies and practices and nationwide ecological appreciation, and this is what is making sure that we have this eco network, which is, I'm reiterating my statement, which will be very very useful for the prelims as well as mains examination, no doubt about it. And there is another news which talks about railways to terminate contract for the Chinese firms. So definitely the Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India, which is a special purpose vehicle under the railway minister. So DFCCIL is a special purpose vehicle, is a SPV under the railway ministry, and this has terminated 471 crore rupees of deal in regards to the signaling contract which has been given to the Chinese firm. So definitely the Chinese firm is the Beijing's National Railway Research and Design Institute of Signal and Communication Group. So the firm which has got this 471 crore deal, that is in regards to the signaling contract by the Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India, which is the special purpose vehicle. Please you understand, this point is very important, this key phrase is very very important. Special purpose vehicle, which is the special purpose vehicle for the railway to the under the railway ministry, that is the Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India Limited. Please do take it into consideration for prelims point of view. Special purpose vehicle under railway ministry is DFCCIL, and it has gone ahead with the contracting signaling contracting with the Chinese firm with 471 crore, and the firm is Beijing's National Railway Research and Design Institute of Signal and Communication Group, and this was taken up in the year 2016. And this 471 crore signaling and telecommunication work is of 417 kilometers from Kanpur to Mughal Sarai, and these are all very very important for the prelims point of view. So definitely take it into consideration that special purpose vehicle, that is DFCCIL, which has had the contract with the Chinese firm, that is in regards to the Beijing National Railway Research and Design Institute of Signal and Communication Group in the year 2016, and the project was for 471 crore, and then it was in regards to the 417 kilometers, which will be working on the signaling and telecommunication work between Kanpur and Mughal Sarai Eastern, that is Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. This is very very important, it is an Eastern Dedicated Freight Corridor. And we have seen that actually the railways have come up saying that it will go ahead with cancelling the project, because in the last 4 years only 20% of the work has been completed, and they have gone ahead with terminating the project or the deal by the point, or by the phrase they are coming up, that is because of poor progress by the Chinese company. And before that itself, we have seen the Department of Telecommunication has also decided that the two telecom state run, that is BSL and MTNL, will not use the gear for the Chinese firms, that is in its 4G upgrade. That is the 4G upgrade by the BSNL and MTNL will not use the Chinese firm or the gear, that is the which are the systems or to be accessories which has to be used by the of the Chinese firms to the 4G upgrade. So definitely the Railway Ministry and then the Department of Telecommunication both have taken decision in regards to making sure that they do not use the, or they gone ahead with the cancellation of the contract and then not use the gear by the Chinese firm. So these are all what this is in regards to the economic, trying to hit China economically. That is also what it says, slowly getting into the mode of Atmanirbhar Bharat. And Nepal has also come up with a new political map. We have seen that in the lower house a couple of days it has been passed, and then now in the upper house it has been passed by the, and now this is a second constitution amendment bill 2077. This is Nepal's second constitution amendment bill to 2077. You might be getting a doubt, sir, it is 2020, sir, you forgot and you have typed in 2077. No, it is 2077 as per what you say Vikram era, which the Nepal takes into consideration. And this is again what you say a better prelims question 2077. If it is given in that 2077, again do not get confused. Yes, it is correct, 2077 as per the Vikram era. And then all the 57 members have gone ahead with passing the bill, that is the second constitution amendment bill, in the upper house also. And then they have taken claims of parts of the Indian territory which are in the Pithoragarh districts of Uttarakhand. And then the president of Nepal president have gone ahead with officially signing it. And who is the president? Vidya Devi Bhandari is the president, and she has officially signed in her official residence. And then what is very important is the new political map of Nepal will now be part of the national emblem of Nepal. So it will be part of the national emblem. The new map will be part of the national emblem of Nepal. And this is very, very important. And the parliament, that is the Nepal Parliament Secretariat, has also come up with this official letterheads with its poster, that is the new political map of Nepal. And there is one more news in regards to the Indian economy to contract by 4% in 2020 and 21, and which is the forecast by ADB. And then we have seen that, see, please do take it into consideration. I have reiterated this point earlier also. I am also saying that please do look at the report given by IMF, WB, and now the ADB. Please do look at it. So earlier I have taken up these sessions earlier in regards to IMF and then WB, and then again in regards to, please focus in regards to the global rating agencies also. That could be in regards to the S&P and then Fitch. Please look at all these rating agencies, how they are rating, or how they are making it very clear that how much percentage of the Indian economy will contract and how much growth will happen in 2021 and how it will, what you say, again surge in 2021 2022. So these are very, very important in regards to the report which has been come up by earlier. We have seen IMF and WB. Now we will focus on the ADB report. So ADB has come up with a report, that is ADB. Under ADB, the report has been come up by the ADO. What is ADO? It is Asian Development Outlook. Please do understand this. This is Asian Development Outlook, which is a supplement of ADB, which is a supplement of ADB. And it has come up with a report on the basis of the, on the due to COVID-19. It has said very clearly that the Indian economy is going to contract by 4% in 2021. That is this financial year. And along with that, India's economy will contract by 4% in 2021 because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation and the entire damage done to the Indian economy or Indian economic activity, and then the global supply chain has been totally disrupted, and because of that Indian economy has been contracted to 4% in the current financial year, that is 2021. And then it has also come up with saying that the developing Asia will barely grow, and it will grow only by 0.1% in 2021. That is, it says, that is that ADB is forecasting the developing Asia will only growth will take place only by 0.1%. And then it is also saying that it will be the slowest growth of the developing Asia. It will be the slowest growth of the developing Asia. I mean, now 2020, this is what we have experienced, and the last time what we have, developing Asia has experienced was in the year 1961. And this is again very important for prelims point of view. The developing Asian countries, or the countries in the developing Asia, have seen or have been only the minimal growth of 0.1 percentage in 2020 on the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic situation. And the earlier year which the developing countries or the countries in the developing Asia has experienced is in the year 1961. In the year 1961. And then developing Asias are what? The countries which are part of the developing part of the ADB or the members of the ADB. And how many are there? 40 countries. Please do take it into consideration. Again, this is by the for the prelims point of view. So this from developing Asia itself, this key phrase, you please try to what is the focus? Developing Asia and Asian development outlook and along with ADB. These are all the key phrases which you need to keep in mind, but that there could be a possibility that the question could be framed in the prelims, that is on the ADB, on the ADO, that is Asian development outlook, and the developing Asia, and then in regards to the how many countries are there, that is 40 countries which are the members of the ADB. And then China is expected to grow 1.8 percentage in 2020, and wherein when you compare it with the 2019, it has a decline of 6.1 percentage. So in 2020 it will be 1.8 percentage growth, but we compare with 2019, it is 6.1 percentage less decrease. And growth of the Indian has slowed down to 3.1 percentage. When we compare it with the previous year, the growth has been come down. That is, it has reduced to 3.1 percentage the last quarter, and it is slowest since 2003. So look at it, almost 17 years back we have faced this situation, and now we are facing this situation. That is, Indian GDP or Indian economy is facing the situation which we have faced in 2003, and now again in the 2020 because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation and because of the entire grinding halt of the global supply chain system. And the contraction is 4 percentage GDP what we have seen in 2020, and then it will be rebounding in the financial year 2021 by 5 percentage, and the growth will be 6.21 percentage in the 2021, that is which will be forecasted in the April 2021. By April 2021, the India's GDP will be 6.2 percentage, and all the economies in Asia and Pacific region will also continue to feel the blow. Who is seeing this? The Asian Development Bank or Asian Development Outlook. He is saying that not only India, not only China, but also the not only in regards to the what you say Asian, that is the countries of the Asian developing Asia, countries of the developing Asia will feel the blow of the COVID-19 academic this year. If the lockdown is also eased, and if there is definitely a kickstart of the economic activities also will take place, but that will be only a new normal scenario, and this is a key phrase. Please do take it into consideration, the new normal scenario in the what do you say economy point of view. So definitely we have looked at all this which are very very important in regards to the prelims point of view. So we have looked at this focusing on regards to 1996 and then 2005 agreement. So that is very very important. Please try to focus in regards to the current affairs, that is confidence building measures, article 6 of the 1996 agreement, confidence building measure, and that is very very important in regards to what it says, all that what we have discussed in regards to confidence building measures in the military field. And then also in regards to the United Nations Security Council, India being the non-permanent member, how many times earlier it was, what do you say, how many times it was, and this is the 8th time, and then 2021 it will join, and then it has got 184 seats, and then the 2/3 is only 128 seats, and then we will the last time when we had this or been part of the non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council is in the year 2011-12, and the objective is the achievement of the norms, that is new orientation for a reformed multilateralism, and then the promoting what global peace, security, resilience and equity, and also in regards to multilateral solutions to the COVID-19 situation, and also global support for terrorism, against terrorism. So we have also looked at this, the different groups, permanent members and the non-permanent members, the number of it, different groups, and which will be again from the different groups, how many countries will be part of it in regards to the United Nations Security Council. And then in regards to public health, this is very very important, because I will tell you once again here, please do try to focus here. Pandemic not just a public health emergency. Pandemic not just a public health emergency. Full stop. Discuss. Exactly, for the mains examination it could be a probable question. Pandemic not just a public health emergency. Discuss or comment. Please do understand once again. Pandemic not just a public health emergency. Full stop. Hyphen. And then it says comment. So definitely you need to know what is that pandemic COVID-19 beyond what is a public health emergency. And I have explained at what you say in detail. I have explained in detail in regards to this. So definitely now you will be what do you say having enormous knowledge in regards to handling this the question. And then we have also looked at the challenges and the measures. Please do focus this, very very important. And then I request you to go ahead with the one health approach, and also in regards to the susceptibility to infectious diseases. So all these are very very important in regards to the prelims as well as mains examination, and this one health approach is very very important for prelims as well, for mains also. And here I was talking about the echo network. So please do look at the echo network, and what is that echo network constitutes all this NCBS, and then ATRE, that is Ashoka Trust for Research in Ecology and Environment, the Council on Energy and Environment and Water, and World Resource Institute. And this echo network, when I was talking about, it is what you say part of the it is a multidisciplinary organization steered by the principal scientific advisor. This is very very important, principal scientific advisor. And in regards to this, make sure that you get into the mode of which is the company of China, that is Beijing National Railway Research and Design Institute of Signal and Communication Group. And it was actually what you say, the line was between the Kanpur and Mughal Sarai of 417 kilometers, and also the entire cost was 471 crore. And then which is a special vehicle, special purpose vehicle, that is the DFCCIL is a special vehicle, purpose vehicle under the Railway Ministry. And MTNL, that is Department of Telecommunication, has also gone ahead with the two state-run telecoms, that is BSNL and MTNL, will stop using the gear or the equipments of the China for the upgrading the 4G. And then Nepal's, as we said, here the second Constitution Amendment Bill 2077. Do not get confused. 2077. It is as per the Vikram era. As per the Vikram era. And in regards to what you say again, in regards to the forecast which has been made by the ADP. So please do take it into consideration, which I have discussed earlier also in my previous sessions in regards to the report by the IMF and then WB and now the ADB, and also focus in regards to the credit rating agencies. Global credit rating agencies also have come up with the report, and then here the key phrases are ADB, ADO, and then developing Asia, and then how many countries are the members of the developed countries of the developing Asia, 40. And then in regards to the how India would be growing, and India's growth would be growing. So that is by 2021 it would be 6.2%. So definitely I feel, I hope this was a very very important session and it was very helpful for you. So do like the video before you what you say log off the YouTube channel, share it, subscribe it, and that is while you're watching the Let's Crack UPSC CSE English. Make sure that you subscribe for 24 months or 12 months or 24 months as per your requirement, and then do use my code SBT10, that is Sandeep Bhushan Thummala 10, while you will get 10% discount on the original price, and you will get the 10% discount while you use my code SBT10. And then you can also have the access to Let's Crack UPSC, that is UPSC CS English in 10 minutes, and the Telegram link is the Let's Crack UPSC CS English, and my Telegram link wherein you can connect to me is also t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT. I repeat, t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT. And you can also WhatsApp to my, you can message to my WhatsApp number, that is 9292003111, wherein in case of any doubts in regards to the subject, so you can message me to this number 9292003111, which is my WhatsApp number. And I would say Anil, it is apart from Sunday, that is Monday to Saturday, daily Monday to Saturday, 7:30 a.m. I go ahead with the newspaper analysis, and again 10:15 a.m. 7:30 a.m. I go ahead with the newspaper analysis, Hindu newspaper analysis, and then 10:15 a.m. I go ahead with the in-depth analysis of the editorials and articles. In-depth analysis of editorials and articles. It is from Monday to Saturday. And then definitely I would thank everyone, and then also I would wish you all to be in the right mode of preparation, which will be very helpful for you in regards to getting through prelims, mains, and interview also. So definitely my sessions will be certainly helpful. I can say it 10%, it will be helpful for you, because I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases, and this will definitely, what do you say, fetch you, or it will make you, or it will give you an edge over others. And I would thank Venala, Ramchandran, Malvika, Shravani, Anil Kumar, Dinagar, Jadev, Rinku, David Paul, Chivi. Very, what do you say? I would thank you all, and then all the best for your preparation. That is for prelims 2020 as well as 2021, and also mains 2020 also. And then see you again at 10:15 a.m. See you again at 10:15 a.m. in the YouTube channel itself. Thank you. See you.